Two bankhead, dopest sports talk show on the radio. You heard what I said. Mason, Eagle, highlights and big plays from the East Coast to the West Coast, from Oregon to Georgia State. Touchdowns and home runs, slam dunks and long run athletes and sports junkie. If you got the knowledge, come get you some. Call in, let me hear your thoughts. Sound mad, get your team low. Jerry Jones, cause I'm the ball. Call in, let me hear your thoughts. Credit, Jack. Yeah. Black on.
Woo! It's Tuesday. Some of y'all still paying off your Valentine's Day bill. That's all right, though. It's 8 o'clock, and you tuned into the dopest sports show on radio. You late. Y'all scared you? Nah, let me stop. It's the Crush.
Love is 365 days a year.
Bree must be listening.
Petty.
Car department on Saturday morning.
Petty.
The dopest sports show. It's your boy E. Glaze.
My stuff got there before Valentine's Day.
There you go.
Hey.
She must be listening for real.
Hey, no, not yet. You didn't check in.
And that's your homeboy, number 2. Only guy I know that had to do pre-shows. 3 pre-shows before the pre-show.
Hey, man, it's just a wide receiver, me, man. We divas, man. It's all good, man.
Maceo Hurd, how you doing, brother?
Hey, man. It's a family affair here today,
Oh,
man.
yeah, man.
It's crazy how just...
I got a feeling you got a maze story coming in here to do.
Yeah, it's a lot of maze stories because it's maze people up in here.
No, it's a family affair. Like I say, I don't think went to maze. I digress, as usual.
It's more of us than it is y'all.
Whatever. Petty J. Blige. That's who y'all hear, y'all.
I'm here.
Erica's in the building.
I'm here.
Like
we got a young fella who's here with us as well. Turn this mic on for him. Hey, man, Sheldon Evans. How you doing, sir?
What's going on?
We won't get you right. We just want to tease you a little bit, let everybody know you in the building, because I know you got a fan base.
Oh, yeah.
Boy.
Well, you got a fan base.
Wow. Hey, man.
My Twitter done went up.
Man,
you got this one follow.
Dude, he had Twitter popping. Look, I'm going to post his picture. I'm like, save a lot of pictures.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to post one like every other day. I'm going to leak them.
We're going to put a picture where we act like we coaching him when he's running and pointing to him.
Yeah, man.
Because that's easy to get the followers up.
Yeah, no doubt.
Shout out to everybody out there listening, man. It's Tuesday. It's a great day. It was 55 degrees out in Atlanta. Now it's pouring down, raining.
That's the A.
That's the A,
Yeah.
man.
That's the A.
Yeah. It's going to be awesome this weekend. I'm going to run forever outside this weekend.
Nobody said nothing about no rain. But now that the All-American motivated me today, I'm back tomorrow. Watch the mileage I put up tomorrow.
Okay.
It's going to be
Blah,
banging.
blah,
next.
blah. Yada, yada, yada.
Thanks to everybody
My
at
dude.
Periscope.
After you eat them now later.
I ain't got none.
Make sure what number can they call us at,
Man,
sir?
y'all can call the show tonight, man. 678-613-5857.
Got a great show for you guys today. We're going to do our hot topics as normal. We also got crushing interview with the man Sheldon Evans. Got a lot to talk to him about. Man, that hits 1,900 yards his sophomore year, 1,600 yards. I'm glad I didn't have to coach against him when I was coaching because I'm back in them days.
That stacked box looked like it didn't work against this young
Not
fella
that
right here, man.
kid.
Had to do 5-2, 5-3 defense.
Man,
play man up on the corners
I'm
and just see
going
what happens.
8.5 in the box.
I'm going to have to
just pray.
just come down every now and then and see what's going on in
and
that
just
box.
pray. We're going to see if we can get him running sideways a little bit.
I just saw that video clip you put out there, too.
Saw that video.
You had to
clip.
run over them like that.
Let me tell you something. Hey, man, I really milked this kid today, man.
You did.
Yeah, man. Then, you know, when you get phone calls.
You calling me tomorrow. Oh, we hot right now. I'm like,
Yes, sir. Let me tell you
I
something.
just say it ain't you, man.
yeah, we hot right
Hey,
now.
man, look here, man. When rivals and all them folk give you a buzz, I'm like, well, can you? No, we can't.
No.
You know, we treat our guests like family.
We ain't cutting up nothing.
Yeah,
ain't
we
doing nothing for you.
we don't. You know what I'm saying?
We petty like
we not listening to no top 5. We just having fun.
Man, we got all that. We got that's what I'm talking about. I'm probably one of my favorite segments because, you know, yesterday we got to talk about the craze when we end our week with the
I
good
found
stories.
some great stories.
I did
today.
too. It shocked me.
It was some great stories out there.
It shocked me.
Yeah, I was shocked a little bit.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
We're going to go through and set y'all up for the second half of the NBA season. A lot of trades coming through probably this week or maybe not.
Come on, Jeff T. Come on, Jeff T.
He ain't
Get him
going
out of here.
nowhere. Jeff ain't going nowhere, man.
Get him out of here.
And then we got to do our crush rundown and our crush
Hawks are not
recap.
gonna do anything.
We also going to tell y'all a little bit about, because next week we're going to have our coach come in here and talk about March Madness, but we're going to just do a little bit. Give you the top 10 that's out there right now. So we're going to set all that up. Stay with us. It's the crush. Yo.
Coming to Tampa Bay, I said we want to win a Super Bowl, and I believe we will.
From IamSecond.com.
We came close, but never really did win that championship.
Former NFL head coach Tony Dungy.
At the end of my 6th year, I was fired, and it was one of the biggest disappointments of my life. Next year, I'm in Indianapolis, get to the playoffs, but get knocked out again. And for the next couple of years, it's the same thing. Everyone is saying Colts are never going to win one. And I did wonder, why didn't it pan out the way I thought it would? But I determined that I had to have Christ first, and that everything else came below that, including my own desires. The next year, that ended up being our year to go to the Super Bowl and win it, and it was a wonderful feeling. Every decision I make, I'm going to make it through the lens of Jesus Christ, and He'd guide us to that ultimate victory. I'm Tony Dungy, and I am second.
Well, I finally did it. My student loan is totally paid off.
What? What about our plan to win the lottery and start living? You know, travel the world on matching yachts, wear enough jewelry to require a bodyguard, vacation on the French Riviera, and then buy it.
You know we're never going to win the lottery, right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs, the Georgia Society of CPAs, and the Ad Council.
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement. Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know they're probably just a little bit nervous. You can find it in yourself to take that first step.
You can improve your future. You can do this. I know you can. You need to start pushing yourself.
Now get your game face on and take the first step towards a better life.
Hurry up. Don't make me repeat myself.
Whatever level of motivation you need to get your GED diploma, we've got a pep talk that's right for you. Call 1-877-38-YOUR-GED or visit yourged.org for your pep talk and find free GED classes in your area. GED is a registered trademark of the American Council on Education. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
This is Bobby Yalla from the Ohio State. I'm kicking with the Crush on Sensation Station Network.
Hot topics. Hot topics.
Hey, we're back. We're back. It's the Crush. Right now we're going into our hot topics. Dang, man, she didn't get me on my point, man. Hot topics brought to you by Dr. Kevin Dancy.
KD.
Kevin Dancy's off of Cascade Road for how many years now, man?
15.
15 years. If your smile isn't becoming to you, you should be coming to us. Dr. Kevin has been practicing dentistry for 15 years in beautiful Southwest Atlanta. His office is located at 3752 Cascade Road, Suite 190. Complete family dentistry with everything you need in one office. Call and make an appointment at 678-836-2118. That's 678-836-2118. Real quick, guys.
Some Doug Cowboys.
Athletes and social issues and entertaining using sports for issues. In light of the Beyonce performance at Super Bowl 50, and the thing that they did, and the reason why I bring this up, because athletes are always being pushed. And today's athletes is different. When they don't jump into social issues. We've seen a lot of athletes say, hey.
Right, because they were trying to get LeBron in the whole.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Michael Jordan approach.
Yeah, or the Kobe. But anyway.
The Kobe, wait.
Kobe wore I Can't Breathe t-shirt.
Kobe snitch.
Oh, hold on, man. We got a caller, man.
Okay, can we do the caller?
Hey, caller, what you crushing on, man?
Oh, I'm just crushing on the show.
What's up, Mike?
ATL Glaze and Erica.
What's going on, brother?
Man, I was just calling in to...
Oh, you got like call waiting or something going on.
You hung up on us, Mike, really?
Man, Mike, I think Mike down at that Bernie Sanders event down there. So they might have jammed the lines down there.
And the reason why I put it, because sports trying to be at this point, you know, it was an iconic picture back in the day, where you had Kareem, Jim Brown, I think Oscar Robertson, a couple of other ones who took a picture because they were standing up for social issues. In today's time, sports try to separate that right now. What are your opinions on that? Because I'm the type that believes, like when the reason why I brought up Beyonce, because they were supposed to have been of protests outside the NFL offices today.
Nobody showed
up. 4 people showed up.
There were 4 people there.
Yeah.
Oh, 4 people finally came because when it first started, nobody was.
It was just the police there.
Yeah.
In a barricade with nobody around.
Right.
There.
Right.
So I just thought it was interesting when I saw that. I was like, what do you guys think about that and how athletes approach today's social issues and things of that nature? Because no matter what nobody try to tell you, there are still social issues. And a lot of these sports stations and things want to address them, but we different. We the crust, you know.
Right,
we do
right.
what we do.
I don't think it's their responsibility. Because again, everything for me, it always starts at home. I was always taught, don't idolize. You got idolize my mom and daddy.
Exactly.
The people who take care of me.
Exactly.
You know what they say matters. Because at the end of the day, these guys they're protecting their brand, and again, a lot of times they're robots. I'm pretty sure Nike gave LeBron a call like, dude, stay out of that.
Right.
So
with the Tamar Rice situation.
So that brings the question: has the brand have taken over the community?
Of course.
Definitely. It's a business decision.
Yeah.
It becomes a business decision whether or not you're going to stick your nose into something that's, it's just separated. So the separation is so deeply drawn. So do you want to get yourself in the middle of that? Possibly, just like you said, mess up your brand? To be honest with you, this whole Beyonce thing, until you heard what was going on, did you know that's what was going on during the Super Bowl halftime? That was her protest.
No. I didn't really watch it. But see, I didn't watch halftime. But look, I didn't watch halftime though, so I didn't really pay attention to it.
I watched it.
I never watch halftime because it's a waste of time. I don't watch commercials. I don't watch halftime.
I had no idea it's supposed to be this whole social message.
My thing is this, and this is my thing. When they were wearing the Can't Breathe T-shirts, when things were said, and when the media jumps on them, I think it's driven. I don't know if I don't think you should raise the child. But let me ask you, young fella. Don't get into nothing you get in trouble with. What are your thoughts on it?
I stay out of it,
You just stay out of it?
Stay out of it. I really don't even watch, what I'm saying, social, media and stuff like that. I'm just want to get there.
Right. To you.
Don't blame you.
Don't blame you.
And I ain't even watch halftime either, so.
So you like me, I don't watch the halftime.
Right. And it wasn't till afterwards when everything was tweeted, oh, this is what's going on, this is what she was trying to do, this is what she was saying. I mean, if that information hadn't gotten out there, everybody wouldn't be all up in arms about the whole thing.
So when we were talking about when LeBron they wore the Can't Breathe T-shirts. Y'all opinion they shouldn't do stuff like that?
To me, you're going to stand up for what you believe in.
Right.
And, okay, they made the stands, even like with the Trayvon situation. Everybody took pictures with the hoodies on. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's that phone over there, sir. Okay. So, yeah, they took the picture with the hoodie, but, I mean, what else was done outside of that? If you're gonna take on the calls, take on the guys. So many of these guys do things behind the scenes, and they don't do it for the camera.
Right.
That's fine. I'm not saying that.
Which is I think is a better choice anyway. I mean, even with the stuff in Flint, there's so many athletes, so many people who donated water, who did their own thing outside of the camera's view.
Yeah.
And so you have to let people make that decision and do what they have to. But I don't blame. It's a business decision to, just like you said. I'm sure Nike called LeBron and said,
Nike
hey, boo-boo, hush.
Yeah. And I was just thinking, if you try to do a picture like that today, you'll see a bunch of people in the background anyway.
Yeah, but
commercials and all that.
But you know this. Organizations, I mean, so much stuff goes on at the top. So many emails and notes are passed, and it's like, look, man, hey. If you're going to take a stand, best believe now, if this go left, it's on you. And at the end of the day, these guys are thinking about, again, they only have a short window in having this kind of stage, having this kind of platform. Dude, they're going to run with the money. They all run with the money.
No.
It's the same reason your boy DeAndre Jordan in the commercial with a skirt and a wig on.
Right.
That's a whole different thing.
Right.
I'm just saying, what do you believe in?
What did I say? Once again, it's a business decision. It was his business. It was his decision to take all the money.
What do you believe in?
And when that money talk,
there you go. So cash rules.
We was robbed.
So everything is cash rules. Everything around me.
Dollar bill.
Unfortunately, we still having to see that. So
unless you Dave Chappelle.
Right, you can walk away from that money.
Dave Chappelle told them folk, I'm not wearing no skirt.
And don't wear no dress.
I'm not doing that. Mm-hmm. It's what do you believe in?
Skinny jeans is back. So it's just amazing to me. My thing is not, I don't expect you to do it. Yeah, thank you. What was that? Okay. I mean, come on. I feel like I'm in the echo. And my thing is, I don't expect them to do it, but I just think sometimes we get to the point where we are seeing these athletes and we're applauding them for not doing nothing more than we are when they do stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of that. So.
Well, you know, it all goes back to the Charles Barkley commercial.
Yep.
I am not a role model.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
simple. Right.
You know, again,
I wish that was the case on both sides because seeing dresses now and seeing Will Smith in dresses.
Look at Jabari Parker jacket.
Well, listen,
the other day.
He said they were willing to give him $10 million to do that, wear dresses.
Well,
so
everything ain't worth money. When we come back, we're gonna jump into our crushing interview with Sheldon Evans. So stay with us. It's the Crush.
Mom, Dad, guess what? Now how you're always talking to me about not doing drugs like pot and ecstasy and cocaine, how they're dangerous and illegal. Well, you don't have to worry anymore. My friends and I have found a much better way to get high. And you'll be happy to know it's not even illegal. Nice, huh? Want to know what we're doing? All right, I'll tell you. We use cough medicine. Seriously, the stuff in the medicine cabinet. You didn't notice it was missing? Oh, well, I guess lucky for me then.
Last year, more than 2 million teens risked blackouts, seizures, even comas, intentionally abusing ordinary cough medicine, the kind in virtually every home in America. Never heard of it? Bet your kids have.
And it's got to be safe, because it's medicine, right?
When you talk to your kids about drugs, make sure you start with the ones in the medicine cabinet. Need help getting the conversation started? Go to drugfree.org. A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free America.
Vince Lombardi once said that it's hard to be aggressive when you're confused. Some of us think that taking our lives to the next level, both personally and professionally, is a confusing and complicated process. Guess what? It's not, and I can prove it. My book, Truisms, will show you how living your life by rules that are so self-evident and obvious, you'll say, I knew that. This powerful yet short, detailed bestseller is on sale right now, under $10. Go to michaelmcfadden.com. That's michaelmcfadden.com, and let Truisms help you to the next level.
Can I have a price check on aisle... ma'am?
Yeah.
Don't look down, but there's a giant python wrapped around your leg.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's probably nothing.
Nothing? Shouldn't I don't know, like, call someone?
No, I don't have the time. I'm late as it is. If it keeps up, I haven't looked at.
Are you sure? That's a pretty big snake.
No, I'm fine. Thank you, though. You're very sweet.
You wouldn't ignore this, so why ignore the signs of a stroke? If you or someone you know suddenly experiences numbness of the face, arm, or leg, or sudden trouble speaking, seeing, or walking, don't wait to get help. Call 911 right away, because time lost is brain lost. To find out more, visit www.strokeassociation.org or call 1-888-4STROKE. This message brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
This is Coach Greg Thompson. Tune in to The Crush on the SSNATL.com.
And we're back. Hey, I just want to mention that Hot Topics was brought to you by Dr. Kevin Dancy, his dentistry. If you want to make an appointment, give him a call at 678-836-2118. Right now, we're going into the crushing interview. But before we do that, we got a caller, Maceo.
Hey, caller, what you crushing on, caller?
Hey, man, I don't call into radio shows a whole bunch. But did I just hear Maceo wearing a dress for $10?
Yeah. You know, he got a mixtape out. We got to watch him.
Well, no, you didn't hear that, because one thing everybody know about Young Herd, I'm either going to be in some Nikes or some Polo. That's about as far as it's going to go, my dude. So, you know what, man. But, hey, man, appreciate your call, man. You know what? That guy sound like a bitter Falcon fan.
Oh, really? Then we going to go there?
Yeah, and the number he called is 678-613-5857.
Heard trying to get him off. Maceo, introduce our girl today, man.
Man, coming to the microphone, everybody, man. Rising senior tailback from Roswell High School, man. The kid ran for 1686 last year, man. Averaged 7 yards a carry, man. Crossed the end zone 20 times, 19 rushing, and they threw a reception in there for good measure, man. My dude, Sheldon Evans, is in the building. What's going on, young fella?
Not much. Thank you for having me.
Man, thank you for showing up, man. Thank you for getting our Twitter to pop today, man. We appreciate that.
You know, I gotta get you a couple followers.
we need a couple of them. We need a couple of them. All right, so Sheldon, man, running for 16. You ran for 19 your first year. You've been running and starting for Roswell pretty much your whole, since you started as a freshman.
Yeah, freshman,
right?
yes, sir.
How has that been? How have you been, when you first got that nod to be the starting running back? How was that whole process for you?
I loved it. You know what I'm saying? Coach said, you're going to be my horse, so why not? Why not?
How did you get? Did they give you one, or you had to wear one?
See, my freshman year, I had to wear 26.
Ooh, yeah.
So I told Coach, you gotta give me the Uno. That's why I played with the Old National my whole life. So
so you always wore one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we in the building.
Football players are funny.
So with pounding, man, hey, let me ask this, because when you pound for that much, and 240 carats and all that, how do you get yourself up every week to know? Because you know you about to get the rock a lot, but pounding is a pounding, man. 240 ain't no little something to be sneezing at.
Yeah.
Especially that. How do you keep yourself up and ready for those type of runs?
You know, we got weight training every morning. It's like a class for us.
Yeah.
So, it helps us prevent injuries and everything. And I take an ice bath. I try to take 1-2 times out the week. So we got an ice bath there to, help us get our legs back. So
gotta get your legs back.
Gotta get them back.
So I take.
I still take ice baths. After those long runs, and I'm sorry you caught me eating the way I was eating today. But yeah, you gotta have that ice bath.
Yeah.
Who the old ones up in here? You a pop?
Yeah, man. Hey, man. Look, I get
motivated. How many fries did you have?
Nah, I had a super large fry.
Just a large.
Yeah, you saw that. You saw the box, Sheldon.
That is funny. That's funny. I heard an interview today with Devontae Freeman, and he was. I loved listening to him because he sounds like you are just really humble, and he told him, dude, I came from nothing. You go tell me I get paid to get out there and do this? I want to do it, and I want to do it to the best of my ability. I just love him being humble, and that's what it sounds like to me, that you have some humbleness in you. But your mama went to May, so I know you were taught well, because
I don't even get paid to do what I want to do, and I love it. And I love it. So it's all fun.
I'm glad you said it that way, because I wait you said something, and I'm like, cut the mic, man, cut the mic.
I was gonna clean it up.
I was gonna do just like this. Cut the mic.
I had y'all covered. Don't worry about it.
So playing for Roswell, man, Roswell High's got a lot of tradition and all that. How is it playing for them Hornets, man?
I love it. The fans show love. They show love. Game, really the whole week. That's all they talk about, football. The whole semester.
Yeah,
let's put it like that. The whole semester. Game coming up. We there. Yeah. Away games, they got fan buses, 4 fan buses. They there.
Fan buses?
Fan buses.
Gotta love it.
No, they don't. Stop. No, they don't. Y'all be late for kickoff at Lakewood. And all y'all stay in the same neighborhood.
Oh, that's the band?
No, that's not the band. That's the fans, too. You.
That's cute.
So Sheldon, answer to me this. You basically, I'm not going to say you're a team.
Mm-hmm.
Credible run all the way to the state championship. How was that playoff grind? Knowing that basically you had to carry the load.
Like you said, it was a team effort.
Yeah, okay.
It was a team effort.
They still trying
but
to
you
get
know, we all took a part of the role. Coach said, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got to do their job. Don't worry about nobody else doing. Just do your job, and we can go far.
And your job was to average 153 yards a game.
And that's what I did. That's what I did.
There's nothing wrong with that, I swear.
We got to take a quick break, but we're going to talk about your role.
We warming up.
Yeah, we got to talk about it.
We warming up.
We got a lot to talk to you about, man, because that's what we do. And you about to, I done heard from people already want to come on the show, man. You done got all these people who parade All-Americans want to come on now. Look at you. Hey, but when we come back, man, we're going to talk more with Sheldon Evans, man. We're going to talk about this season, his grind. Also, we'll talk a little bit about Coach Ford, too, man.
Oh, they do.
Stay with us. It's The Crush, man.
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement. Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know they're probably just a little bit nervous. You can find it in yourself to take that first step.
You can improve your future. You can do this. I know you can. You need to start pushing yourself.
Now get your game face on and take the first step towards a better life.
Hurry up. Don't make me repeat myself.
Whatever level of motivation you need to get your GED diploma, we've got a pep talk that's right for you. Call 1-877-38-YOUR-GED or visit yourged.org for your pep talk and find free GED classes in your area. GED is a registered trademark of the American Council on Education. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Can I have a price check on aisle... ma'am?
Yeah.
Don't look down, but there's a giant python wrapped around your leg.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's probably nothing.
Nothing? Shouldn't I don't know, like, call someone?
No, I don't have the time. I'm late as it is. If it keeps up, I haven't looked at.
Are you sure? That's a pretty big snake.
No, I'm fine. Thank you, though. You're very sweet.
You wouldn't ignore this, so why ignore the signs of a stroke? If you or someone you know suddenly experiences numbness of the face, arm, or leg, or sudden trouble speaking, seeing, or walking, don't wait to get help. Call 911 right away, because time lost is brain lost. To find out more, visit www.strokeassociation.org or call 1-888-4STROKE. This message brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
Well, I finally did it. My student loan is totally paid off.
What? What about our plan to win the lottery and start living? You know, travel the world on matching yachts, wear enough jewelry to require a bodyguard, vacation on the French Riviera, and then buy it.
You know we're never going to win the lottery, right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs, the Georgia Society of CPAs, and the Ad Council.
My quarterback. You like that? You like that?
The Crush, the dopest sports show on the airwaves.
And we're back. Class gotta be on her music, man.
Oh, you ready to drop me? Never mind. Now we got interviews.
Let's keep it.
I was gonna give y'all I'm gonna give y'all a mean 12 balls. But I digress. You know,
he get two people misnaking him for some other
He
rapper,
really
and
sucks.
now he got
I signed autographs.
Two Mexicans like his music.
They were not
Come sign
Mexicans.
this,
Hey, they're not Mexicans. Don't talk about
It's
Mexican
B-Boy
homeboys like
from
that.
Outkast. Give his autograph.
I'm half Mexican. Don't talk about my homeboys like that.
And we're back.
Yeah.
Sheldon Evans, man. So Sheldon, you made it to the dome.
Yep.
Describe the experience, both going to it and afterwards, man.
I felt like I was in the NFL game. They had the charter buses. We came up, the fans did the little fan line. We coming through, get on the charter buses. Shoot, we got out the bus. They checking our bags. They brought K9s and everything to our bags. I'm like, we ain't trying to do that. We trying to play ball. We just trying to play. But it was a nice experience, I've been to the dome before, but just being on the field and playing and, the lights. It's a great experience.
Yeah.
How many uniforms do y'all have at Roswell? My God. Y'all look like Oregon.
Yeah, we got a couple sets.
Yeah.
Green, white, black.
Yeah.
We didn't even wear our black one this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How do y'all decide which uniform? The coaches decide, or do we let the players decide?
He just asked us, seniors, what y'all want to wear.
Okay. So with you being a senior next year, you going to be aiming for the black a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the black.
Yeah.
So when you got there, man, and being one of the teams in state, you ran, doing what you're doing. Mm-hmm. How's the feeling coming back this year? You going to be a senior. You got to the dome. What's the feeling like around y'all guys, y'all upcoming seniors going into next year, man?
Well, knowing that, how to get there, it makes it easier this year, you know what I'm saying? So, the platform way easier. I know what to do, to lead the team, to get there. And I don't think it'd be hard.
Okay.
I think we can go 15.
All right. I like it. I like it.
Me too.
I like it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
So right now, you're starting to get a lot of interest.
Yeah.
The scholarship offers are coming in.
Yeah.
Right now, North Carolina, Mississippi State, Tulane, Troy, Georgia Tech, Western Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
which one you like, kind of like right now?
I've been to Mississippi State, Georgia Tech. I'm waiting to go to Tulane. I heard they got the food down there.
Yeah, the cuisine in New Orleans is very good. It's very good. Very good.
But you know, any school that show interest in me, I love. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Your time, you picking your time out to come talk to me and, you know, call me, want me to come. That's a blessing. So
humbleness, I love it.
So you right now just basically just trying to take it all in.
Yeah, take it all in. Just take my time. Not
so
fast with the recruiting process.
So with all of this coming up, because I mean, you know, as the years come, your interest grows.
Yeah.
How are you making keeping it in focus that, you know, you're still playing high school ball, you still got to finish that senior year? How do you not try to? We already calling you humble, but how do you stay humble? Is it that lady over there in the corner that's like, baby, you still got one more year of school?
Yeah.
You got to do it.
You ain't did nothing yet. Pop my bowl. You know, you ain't did nothing yet.
That's right.
You still in high school.
Right.
Keep your head, tunnel vision.
Boy, I love it. Oh my God, I love it. Because the thing, so many people don't understand. It's a blessing just to be in this situation.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's more offers coming.
And you ain't got to pay for school. Your mama ain't got to worry about paying for school.
And that's the thing. That's the thing.
Full ride.
Get that education.
Do y'all hear that? Y'all, this is an upcoming senior talking about, man, boy, y'all don't feel me.
His mama went to Mays. What do you expect? God.
So man, this
We
man. Coming up, we talk a lot now about some of the 707s and things of that nature. Are you planning on attending some camps this summer, or what are you planning on doing?
Yeah, I'm planning on going to a couple college camps. You know, the Camp New 707.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna be in there, and they got a couple. You know, they got the LCA thing. You know, they do down in West Georgia.
Yeah.
So we've been doing
the contact camp.
Yeah, the little contact
camp. Yeah, what they say is
thud up, but we be here.
Yeah, it turned into time. A football game break out.
Right.
Every time at those camps.
Because you know when you see another kid from another school, you got it. I got to show something.
Oh,
yeah, I got to show something real quick.
Now, how do you handle knowing that going in the games, you really like the focal point of the defense? I've seen a couple of like pregame clips. People had a camera on you. You kind of be geeked. I mean, you seem to welcome it, but how does that make you feel knowing that teams are coming in saying, "Oh, we got to stop one"?
Yeah, shoot. You know, we had other playmakers. So you know, it wasn't no thing to me just to be like, "Hey, pass the ball," you know, dump it off to him. I'm gonna get my time. I know how when fourth quarter hit. You know, I know it's time to.
You know it's money time.
Oh yeah, it's money time. Fourth quarter hit. So, you know, I ain't have no problem with, hey, throw the ball, coach. You know, throw the ball. I know they stacking the box.
Cause you would get the box stacked if I was defense. Oh man, I'm
going 8.5.
Yeah. Like you might see 9 in the box, looking like, come
kill
on.
me with this half.
Because when I was talking about that half, see, if I was, you know, I could probably be a great defensive coordinator.
Linebacker have 1 foot in.
Nah, that safety. We're gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna like we can ready. You know, like
I got you.
You read first.
Yeah.
That read stuff.
You know, I be jumping in double dutch like you be waiting for that roll. Okay, I'm gonna go. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go now.
If I see them coming, I'm going. Yeah,
Right,
man.
right.
So with that though, when you're coming out there on that field, and you know, because you could probably hear a lot of talk. Boy, you know, trying to get in your head.
Yeah.
Do you give it back, or you focus on just showing them in a different way?
Oh no, when we get between them lines, ain't too much talking.
There you go.
Ain't too much talking. I can let them pass talk.
That's right. Because I don't hear you.
I love this kid.
Yeah, because you know, just trash talking is overrated.
Oh no, you know we got Twitter and Instagram. People always he finna beat y'all. I don't even.
Twitter tough.
Yeah, I retweet it in favorite.
Right. So I like this.
Yeah, I love it.
When we put these pads on, dog.
Now we doing the talking.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop these
tweet
pads
all we
on.
want. I know when you probably score, you just look like.
Oh yeah.
The one ain't changed. The one ain't changed, man. So, hey man, everybody take another quick break. Man, it's already. See how time fly, bro?
Man, we got to talk about his end zone swag. That's what I'm in love with.
Yeah, man. So
we're gonna talk about that.
And also, man, you gotta talk about your coach, man. Talk about that. I ain't forgot about it. He right there.
Yeah.
Stay with us, man. It's the Crush. We'll be right back.
think, all right? Don't be nervous, okay? It's easy.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
I say that to say this. If you wouldn't have did what you would have did, then we wouldn't have been where we was at to get what we got.
That just don't make no sense, dog.
It's The Crush on SSNATL.com.
So, I'm a dog, and I just got adopted by this new human guy, and I'm starting to wonder how he got along without me. I mean, okay, something as simple as walking around the block. He's got this leash thing, and he puts me on one end and him on the other, and I'm just taking him around. I think he's afraid of getting lost. Without that leash and me guiding him along, I don't think he'd find his way back home. But it's kind of cute.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Well, I finally did it. I opened a 401k.
What? Why? Just wait for the inheritance. We've definitely got a rich uncle somewhere. We're one call away from the winner's circle at the Derby, dinners with multiple forks, a vacation home in the country, using summer as a verb.
You don't actually think that, do you?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs, the Georgia Society of CPAs, and the Ad Council.
This is Ford Jarvis, head football coach at Mays High School. When I listen to sports radio, I listen to FSNATL.com.
Here we go. We're back. It's The Crush. Doing another Crush interview with Sheldon Evans. So, Sheldon, man, playing for Coach Ford, man, what is it like? What does he tell you? Is he like, how is it playing for Coach Ford at Roswell?
Coach got 3 daughters, right? So he ain't got no. He got 3 daughters, so he called all us 2 sons.
Mm-hmm.
He treated it's like a family.
Right.
That's
you know
awesome.
what I'm saying? Anything like we go to read books to the elementary kids. We all go as one. He just try to keep it family, all one.
I love that. Okay, so let's talk about these end zone celebrations.
Uh-huh.
You're a guy who gets very excited once you get in the end zone. I've seen helmets come off, but the one thing I will always say, you always just go get a referee the ball.
Oh yeah.
Is that some coach kind of stressed that, or that's just your thing?
They flagged me one time, I think.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what I did.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you be in the moment and you just flagged me. So coach was like, "We just gonna celebrate on the sideline." I said, we can do that."
But you make a quick exit out that end zone.
I just throw it straight down.
And you make a quick turn so you can get your helmet off. I've noticed that.
Yeah. I don't want no trouble.
You good now, Mace? You got to celebrate.
Man. I just think it's phenomenal that he does that, man. We don't see that from kids today. Not a lot of emotion.
Oh man. So how do your teammates? Your teammates act around you, man? Do they know that you this? Because look, I played with a guy like you that was kicking all the yards, but he was still a homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, he'll be in a few weeks. We can talk about that. How do your teammates treat you, man? Knowing that you're getting all 1,600 one year, 1,900 next. How you feel? You and your teammates get along?
Them like brothers to me, so it's just like it ain't nothing. Like we've been knowing each other for a long time, and it's plenty of other people. We had 7.
Oh yeah, Roswell's
D1.
This is a big place, yeah.
D1 players on defense, so we just try to stay humble.
Yeah.
Coach always preached that. Stay humble. Don't get the big head.
Now I noticed the one time that y'all were team of the week, you wasn't in the front to accept the award, and I found that cool because I'm like, he the guy.
Right.
Yeah.
And you kind of you were nowhere near the trophy. You were just you kind of threw up the peace sign, and you was kind of I admired that about you because you could have easily been hey, y'all better give me the trophy first and foremost.
Whatever, man. He got number 1 so he can be front of the pictures. You told us that yesterday.
Yeah. That's why guys want single digits. Oh, yeah. So they can be front row. Who want to be on the second or third row of a team picture?
Y'all hear Petty Pendergrass?
Yeah, you see that. I'm just saying. He didn't ask about celebrations, the numbers.
But it's celebrating. So what? They flagged me. I'm doing it again.
Well, I had to learn that kind of lesson.
Right,
I cost us bad.
Yeah.
And
I
then,
had to do it, man.
Yeah, I got
Coach, he got in me that flag. So.
And that's a bad feeling.
Yeah.
To know that you cost your team yardage like that.
Right.
So I just toss it to the ref and go on by my business.
I love it. If I'm on defense, I'm mad the heck at you. Man, we got to start. Well,
right.
I know.
We got to start.
Right. Because that affects
you couldn't run to the sideline. Oh, yeah. I'd have been out of fish grease out there. Hey, Mama, don't think you hiding over there. We got him. I can reach over there. We'll text in a minute.
Yeah,
man.
she coming up in a few.
Yeah.
Stay with us. We'll be right back. It's the Crush.
You know you're listening to the dopest show on the airwaves, right?
You're my boy!
It's the Crush.
SSNATL.com. Thank you, sir.
Thanks for asking, but I'd rather not send you nude pictures. I'm camera shy. I already said no. Under my clothes, I'm a robot. My webcam is broken. I'm worried they'll get passed around school. I have a rash. I have nudophobia. I have lizard skin. I'm a vampire, so I don't show up in pictures anyways. Your badgering has really killed the mood.
When someone is pressuring you to do something you don't want to, how many ways can you say no before they get the message? Let us know at that'snotcool.com. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Marie Callender's knows that you may not have time to roll out dough for a perfectly flaky crust that's made from scratch. Or enough time to mix vegetables with all white meat chicken and a homemade gravy. She knows you may not have a moment to crimp the edges of your favorite chicken pot pie. But Marie Callender's does. And when she's done, all you need to do is find time to grab someone special, sit down, and savor. Marie Callender's, it's time to savor.
This is Robert Hicks, ex-NFL football player and actor with The Blind Side, and you're with The Crush at SSNATL.com, Sensation Station Network.
Hey, we're back. Before we bring your mom in, man, Sheldon, when was that game? And every player has it, where you said, I'm all right, I can do this right here. When did you have it? Do you remember that game when you're like, I'm pretty good at this?
9th grade year, I would say.
Okay.
I think I was, who was playing? Willer.
Ooh, yeah.
We were playing Willer. And, you know, Coach would put me in, but you know what I'm saying? He wasn't sure if I was ready or not, you know. So it was one play, he gave it to me. Boom. I'm running up the middle. There's about 5 guys on me. Boom, I pop out. I'm out of there. Scored. Coach was like, oh, yeah.
Okay, and another question. I think all offensive players know this. What's your longest touchdown?
I think 63.
63 against who?
Who was it? It was like last year. I think it was against Milton.
See?
Ooh, that's rival, too.
Yeah, it's our rival, too.
Everybody know that longest run.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody know it.
Make sure you going to introduce.
Man, so coming to the microphone right now, everybody. The mom of an All-American, Sherri Evans.
Hi.
What's going on, Sherri?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Great.
Welcome, Sherri. Welcome, Sherri.
Thank you.
So when you are the parent of an athlete like this, what's going through you when you see your baby out there on the field? How's that feeling?
It's a lot of emotion,
Yeah.
I must admit. You know, we started this whole journey off in rec ball, Gold National, and he's been playing for a long time. But with every year, especially since he, transitioned to high school, it has just excelled. And just to see where he's come this far, it's very exciting. I'm very proud of him, and like we've been talking about all night long, I want him to stay humble, appreciate the platform, and make it work for you, and your school and your team and everybody else that's been there to support you.
Good stuff. Now, we talked about before you keep saying the word academics.
Oh, yes.
How important is that to you before the touchdowns and everything? How important is that for you?
That's first and foremost. Without the academics, the football is irrelevant. He has to have that under his belt. He has to keep that certain grade point average to, even have the confidence to do what he needs to do once he goes to college. And if you don't have it now, it's going to be very hard for him to maintain that in college. So that has to set the platform for anything else to come after. The football is definitely it's natural for him. That's his talent. He loves it. And so we know that will never be an issue. But we have to make sure that the academic part of it is there, it's in place, and that's what's going to carry him on. Because, again, it's a hard grind out here. You have a lot of competitive players. You get to college, you don't know what may happen at that point. So you always have to have that background of being able to do something outside of football. It can still be in that same industry. It might not be NFL, but you need to know that you have that background to do whatever it is you want to do at that point, in the academic standpoint.
Well, guess what? You doing something that we don't do much. You going into our next segment, man. We kicked you up out of here.
No, sir.
But you
ought to see these questions he getting.
You got questions? Because I got another page, bro. I ain't finished.
Yeah. We ain't through with you. We're going to milk you.
And we got Mama on the mic. We're going to be here for a minute.
40 carries. 40 carries.
You used to this. Stay with us. When we come back, man, we're going to the Crush rundown, but we still got our man Sheldon in here with us, so stay with us.
You.
Hey parents, finding it hard to communicate with kids in today's world of ever-changing slang?
Hi, son.
Excuse me? Introducing the Communicizer. Just strap non-toxic Communicizer to your mouth and go from boring old man speak...
I'm here if you want to talk.
...to 100% off the chain.
Text me whenever, yo.
It's that easy.
Thanks to Communicizer, I'm relevant to my kids again. I'll fly, boo.
And now when you buy Communicizer, you get the auto-tune attachment free. Sounds so hip-hop, your kids will want to talk to you for hours.
I used to have to walk 3 miles uphill to school every morning, Shorty.
I love you, Dad.
I love you too, son.
Communicizer is not available in stores because it doesn't exist. But that's okay. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Because kids in foster care don't need perfection. They need you. For more information on how you can adopt, go to adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Adopt Us Kids and the Ad Council.
Listen, as a hiring manager, I've got to tell you, the best job candidate isn't always the typical candidate. Sometimes they're a grad of life.
Meet the grads of life. Young adults have unique determination and experience, an ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Sometimes the best candidates aren't the ones you're used to.
Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president of our United States. Most people know him as a man of great wisdom and vision. What many don't realize, however, is that when it came to finding late-model sedans at government auctions, or even looking up a zip code, Mr. Lincoln's wisdom was sadly lacking. In fact, the citizens of that day knew it best not to even ask. Fortunately, now there's firstgov.gov, the official place to turn when you need information about federal, state, and local government. Whether it's how to get a student loan, renew your passport, or even apply for a small business loan. All three of which, as numerous historians have noted, were remarkably absent from Lincoln's Gettysburg Address. So go to firstgov.gov. Who knows? If Abe had it in his day, he could have checked out an auction and traded that drafty log cabin for a nice condo on Maui. Firstgov.gov, a monumental source of useful information.
Hey, this is Teddy Parrish, and you're listening to The Crush on SSNATL.com.
Hey, we're back. We're going into the Crush Rundown, brought to you by Parish Capital. At Parish Capital, we can help you achieve your financial goals by providing high-quality advisory services and making smart investment decisions. Go to Parish Capital. That's P-A-R-R-I-S-H, capital with the A.com. Again, that's parishcapital.com for more information. The Crush Rundown is going to still be with our man, Sheldon Evans. So, Sheldon, when you do know, Mama telling you, but you do understand the importance of them academics, right?
Oh, yeah.
You grinded. Do you have an idea? I know it's early, you're still young. What you would like to look in majoring in when you go to college?
I want to stay in the sports field, you know what I'm saying? I always love sports, so anything dealing with sports,
Business, marketing, medicine.
No.
Look at me, I'm just all out there. I love sports too, so,
Yeah.
See how we get. You see where we at. We ended up here. We can't get rid of it. We went from playing, coaching, now we on the radio, so.
That ain't bad.
Yeah, that ain't too bad. That ain't too bad. Look, we ain't arguing. We like it, so.
Yeah. It's cool. It's cool.
What you got, Mace?
Man, so let's talk about you played in the Rising Senior game. So you got to see a lot of other kids that you probably read about around the state. How was that week working with other kids who are like highly recruited?
It's nice, people that's playing on the same level as you, It's always going to be funny. It was a fun time, fun experience, coaches, showing you love.
So, Mom, let me ask you this, Mom. How do you, because there are some vipers out there. They, everybody wants, college is big money. You know what I'm saying? So how do you, in this age, because back in the day, we used to just get envelopes in the mail and we were happy.
Right.
And, now they got email, Twitter, all of this social media that they can reach. What do you focus on to make sure it's not too much? You know what I'm saying?
I just opened me a Twitter account just recently, just because.
I put her up to date.
You have to stay in the loop of what's going on and who's reaching out to your child and what they're offering, what experience they're going to offer him, if he decides to, choose their school. I think the good thing about our situation is he has another year to really decide what school he wants to go to and commit to. And whatever school it is, I want to make sure, again, they're supporting him academically and also athletically, and that's our goal, to make sure that it's a school that's going to give him the total package.
What about this? Because I always want to ask parents this.
Okay.
Because schools like to woo parents a lot these days.
You got to woo the parents. You got to woo the parents.
Because you're going on these trips too, and you probably like, oh, baby, they did, How do you, make the decision that it's not about me, it's about him? How do you? Because I've seen parents that get on these All-American shows, be like, he went where? I ain't want him to go there.
Right. Well, I think it's important for him to also be comfortable with the decision of what school he wants to go to, because that's going to make a difference in, his success there. I haven't been wooed to the point where, I'm like, okay, this is just the school that we're going to go with. And like I said, we have another year, so we have time to really make that decision collectively, and that's the way that we were going to handle it.
Does it matter to you what area of the country he goes to? Like, would you be mad, say, if he went to the West Coast or if he went way up north? Because everybody does that matter to you?
That's
or
a good question.
Of course it does. It's your child, and Sheldon has always had a good support system, family, friends, everybody always in his ear, making sure he stays focused and doing the right things. So you want to make sure wherever he goes that they're somewhat giving him that same feeling, and again, that's why I'm glad we have another year to really get him to that level of understanding that you're on your own. Once you make a decision, whether it's West Coast, whether it's in Georgia, you're at that point now where a lot of decisions are going to be based on you. So I don't, I'm not really, have a big issue with where it is. Again, if the support is there that he needs, again, academically and athletically to meet his playing style, I'm for it. I just have to do like I've always done, sacrifice, put a little bit more change in the pocket and try to make my way wherever he is, But I just want the best for him, and I think it needs to be a comfortable environment where he can continue to get the support he's been getting here.
So I guess I'll be the bad guy, Sheldon. Y'all play cold quit.
Yep.
What did you take away from that game? Even though it wasn't the greatest outcome, what did you take away from it?
I took, you always got to take an L, You always got to take an L, and I just took it as, I'm going to just work hard and get back.
Yeah.
That's what we've been doing all off season. We started early, January 1st, when we back in the weight room.
Yeah.
Working hard. After school, we go on the field.
Because you tasted it.
Yeah. We was this close. This close. You know what I'm saying? And just know that feeling you was there and they took it away. You just like,
and that's what kind of we were talking about before the show.
Yeah. To
sit there and watch them win it all.
Second place.
And you gotta go get that small trophy.
So
it's not a good feeling.
Ain't a good feeling at all.
Yeah, we know that.
Cause I always look at it like, man, because when I played, we lost our sophomore year. We were just looking and they celebrated on our field.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, we didn't say nothing. we just did. So let me ask you this: what other sports do you play? You playing anything else?
I'm running track. Actually,
I want to ask that because I'm hoping you're gonna say that.
Yeah.
So, what's the? I'm a track fanatic. So what do you run in track, man?
Well, we ain't really started like what we're gonna run yet. So we just get
What do you want to run?
I don't want to like the 40 and 100. Just that.
The sprints.
Yeah, the sprints.
With running backs.
Yeah. I'm about to say you got to get in the blocks.
The stuff that help running backs.
Yeah. Explode out and all that stuff.
And because one of the things that that I did read, and they were saying like you XYZ da da da, they just want you to work like your long speed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like every film I saw, I ain't see you get caught.
But we always gonna have some.
Yeah.
Just don't do the Eddie Lacy.
Yeah.
No.
Somebody catch me, please.
And like I say, that was that one of the reasons you decided let me work with the track team because I see what y'all read. I see what you're saying.
Just giving the college coaches what they want.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Because out now it's just the eye test.
Yeah. Well, you passed the eye test.
Yeah.
So I'm asking every parent who got the kid out there.
Mm-hmm.
How do you watch the games? Are you pacing? Are you cheering? How is it to watch it?
Well, when I get to the game, I tell everybody, okay, look, you're just going to have to excuse me because
oh, Lord. You
that
mama.
Yeah,
you that mama.
I always want to run with them.
Oh, Gwen Hurd. Oh, my God.
Right. It's a great feeling, to see, like I said, he started at such a young age, and each year he's just progressed. And it's just a great feeling to see, where he is now and what his possibilities are.
Now, are you that mom who got the jersey? I've seen it, but you got the jersey, and yeah, you blinged out. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I blinged out for the championship game. For the dog, we tailgated, we did everything. Of course.
So I got to ask you,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm the bad. So after the game, Colquitt County State Championship,
Mm-hmm.
how were you taking it?
Of course, I wanted them to win.
Yeah.
But like you said, you have to take some losses with some wins.
Yeah.
And you grow from it.
Yeah.
They made it there this year, they can do it again.
Only two teams can play for it.
Yeah.
I say that all the time. Only two teams can go.
Everybody else
and I think they were as capable to win as Colquitt.
Mm-hmm.
But, that's just, this is how it is. It's the gamble.
And y'all don't play in the, I'm sorry, Mace, but y'all don't play in the small. Y'all play in the big boy.
They big boy region.
6A, man.
Yeah.
We moved up to 7A.
That is now 7A now.
Dang,
it's 7A now.
They made it 7A.
It done moved up. It's 7A now.
So y'all ain't playing small ball. Y'all
big boy.
Yeah. Because he'll be in the Corky Kale next year.
We play Buford.
Oh, y'all play.
Open up with Buford. And they got Colquitt coming up here.
Colquitt coming to the house.
It's a tight schedule. Starting
Make sure I see some road trips, man.
Road trips, dog. I know it. I know it.
Oh, man.
It's a beautiful thing, man.
Oh, we gonna watch some games this year.
Yeah.
The Crush will be traveling. We
got to.
Hey, don't act like you don't know us when we come out here.
Yeah, I'm telling you now. I'm coming out there. Don't give me a chest bump. All that. I'm the geek guy. Yeah. I'm the geek guy.
We ain't normal media. We go out there and be like,
yeah,
I'm make sure you spat tight. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I know your spat game real serious.
Yeah. I got it.
Yeah. I love this kid right here, man.
We thank you for allowing us to come up and talk to us.
We thank you,
definitely a great platform anytime.
Well, we got about
opportunity to express.
take a quick break.
We got one more segment.
One more segment.
Yeah, one more.
Okay.
One more. Yeah, we got you.
We're gonna finish up because we just want to make sure, man, because that's what we do. We like to have kids on. We've had kids come on who's seniors. We thought was going to one school,
and he ended up going somewhere else.
So this is what we
sign
do.
today.
That's how the game is.
So when you saw your boys signing this year, man, you was sitting there looking like
it's almost my turn.
Yeah,
yeah.
Just being patient though.
Yeah, because you supporting your boy. They signing their D1s and all that. You looking like
proud of my boys.
I'm gonna have about 12 hats. Hey man, we about to take a quick break. When we come back, station identification. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Right back.
A dream of the future brought to reality by
Sensation Station Network.
This is Bobby Yalla.
This is Judge Hatchett.
Lamar Batman Curry.
Yo, this is Teddy Parrish.
This is Keon Carpenter, former Atlanta Falcon. You are tuned into The Crush on Sensation Station Network.
We're still here. We're back, still in the Crush Rundown, brought to you by Parish Capital. So let me ask you this, man. You know, I can't even read my dang writing.
It's bad when you can't read your own handwriting. You can tell he wasn't no education major. He was a math major. Just writing numbers.
I'm just a numbers guy. Boy, writing, boy. I'm looking like,
he need a tablet.
And that boy, that 43 too, boy.
That boy need an old school 3 tablet, 2 blue lines and a red line.
So going forward, man, what goals you got for next year? I'm just gonna talk trash. I hear 2,000.
I like it too.
I hear 2 G's, man.
I like it too.
So what type of goals do you got for next year, man?
You know, me being a senior leader, Coach Ford always preached to me, it's your time. You got to be a leader, so step up. So I'm stepping up to the plate, and really not really. It's about me, but it's about my team. I just want us to get back.
Yeah, man. You want to get back on that stage.
So whatever it takes, you know.
I tell everybody, it's even though you want your stats, ain't nothing like celebrating
with
the boys, man. Oh, man.
The championship, boy. You got the big boy ring on.
Oh, ain't nothing about that ring.
About that ring.
Oh,
that's all I want.
Yeah, man. And like I say, well, I was asking you, David Hayes was asking if you had the opportunity to enroll early, would you take advantage of that?
Like we were talking earlier, I was talking to my counselor and asking her, you know, could I? She was like, yeah, you just got to take some classes online in the summer. But you know, with camp, 7-on-7, summer practice. Yeah. But if I had the chance to, I will.
Would you like for him to enroll early, Mom?
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean,
the quicker to get out of here.
It's just the comfort zone of knowing everything has been done for him to go ahead and get started.
I love it.
So if it's possible, of course.
So spring gonna be popping this year.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Put in the work.
Yeah, because this is when everything get crunk, boy.
Spring gonna be like, look, I guarantee you, their spring game is going to look like a college convention. Because I mean, if y'all had 7 D1 kids last year, so you already know what spring probably like, where all the coaches coming to watch spring
we
game.
Still got people coming back, you know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot. I talk to coaches. I can't wait to see you in spring, so it should be nice.
Yeah, and with you running track, they're gonna see a different you.
Oh yeah.
That's what's gonna pop.
Yeah, what they've been saying. He been getting caught. We gonna see. We gonna see.
So man, you know, what do you when you out there doing this, man, and what do you want to be remembered for in your high school career?
Just being great. Just being great. You know,
because high school legends live forever, boy.
Forever.
Because there are people you be like, yeah, you remember old Smokey? Yeah, man, he did his thing.
Yeah, man. You can always go by that 7-Eleven. They gonna be like, man, that boy was wrong, boy.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
I hear that all the time.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Well, you look like such and such back in that day. Yeah, man.
But you know, just knowing and feeling like my name always gonna be talked about being great. You know, one of the greatest. So why not?
That's what's up.
That is very dope.
Yeah. So let me ask this, man, before we leave. What's your comfortable weight? You still got a little bit more growing you want to do, or you feel like you're at a good weight right now?
I just want if I can get to 215, just all muscle.
Ooh.
Soaking wet muscle.
Boy, if you hit campus at 250,
That means my bills go up.
Watch out, refrigerator.
So this summer I'm gonna have to buy 3 carton of eggs, 4 boxes of cereal.
My mom used to hate it. Boy, like, Mama, straight.
But look, my mom put us out in the summertime. Boy, you better go to Six Flags to get that job. Boy, you better help on that grocery bill, boy.
You ain't finna get all of them.
You eating wet, boy. You better go there, boy. You better get out of here with that.
We got about 1 minute left, man. You got people who've been listening. Give your shout out.
Shout them out, man. Shout them out.
Ooh, shout out to the Roswell, Old Nat, the West Side. You know, gotta love. Who else I got? My family, #1 support. They always support. That's how everybody show love. Gotta show love back.
You're a very humble kid, man. You gonna do some things, man. Hey, man.
I
You gonna do some
that.
things. Mom, you got a quick shout out you want to give?
I do. I want to shout out to my dad, who he's looking above, but he has always been their greatest supporter.
No doubt.
And, you know, I wish he was here to see this.
Yeah.
So I want to
He can
definitely...
see it.
Yeah.
Oh, he can see it.
Yeah, physically.
Oh, no doubt. I feel you.
But
I feel you.
I definitely want to shout him out. I want to shout out all of our family. I want to shout out Nate Jabbar. He has always been a great supporter in getting all this together for us and, you know, sort of paving the way for some of the things that's happened. And his dad, his brothers, you know, the whole family.
Well,
I mean, we've had a good support system. Everybody's always in his ear. So.
All right.
Well, right now, you got two more. You got a family here, too. So thank you for coming through, bro.
I just asked for one thing. A T-shirt.
I got you. I got all y'all.
Yeah. Because the Crush is coming to Roswell, baby.
Hey, chest bump for me. Pre-game. Chest bump.
Let's do it.
I get up. I still get
You
up.
can stay on the sideline all day.
Cold quick. We are there.
We in the building, dog, no doubt.
Thank you, man. When we
Picture
come back
time.
again, that's
Thank
what
you
we're
for
talking
having
about.
us.
Yep.
Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of our United States. Most people know him as a man of great wisdom and vision. What many don't realize, however, is that when it came to finding late-model sedans at government auctions, or even looking up a zip code, Mr. Lincoln's wisdom was sadly lacking. In fact, the citizens of that day knew it best not to even ask. Fortunately, now there's firstgov.gov, the official place to turn when you need information about federal, state, and local government. Whether it's how to get a student loan, renew your passport, or even apply for a small business loan. All three of which, as numerous historians have noted, were remarkably absent from Lincoln's Gettysburg Address. So go to firstgov.gov. Who knows? If Abe had it in his day, he could have checked out an auction and traded that drafty log cabin for a nice condo on Maui. Firstgov.gov, a monumental source of useful information.
Listen, as a hiring manager, I've got to tell you, the best job candidate isn't always the typical candidate. Sometimes they're a grad of life.
Meet the grads of life. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Sometimes the best candidates aren't the ones you're used to.
Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
Marie Callender's knows that you may not have time to roll out dough for a perfectly flaky crust that's made from scratch. Or enough time to mix vegetables with all white meat chicken and a homemade gravy. She knows you may not have a moment to crimp the edges of your favorite chicken pot pie. But Marie Callender's does. And when she's done, all you need to do is find time to grab someone special. Sit down and savor. Marie Callender's. It's time to say.
Well, I finally improved my credit score. What? The band is about to be discovered. Rock gods don't need to worry about credit scores. We're supposed to think about how many guitars we've smashed, make ridiculous on-tour requests, tragically break up and blame creative differences.
Yeah, I'm not banking my retirement on a band that's never left your garage.
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs, the Georgia Society of CPAs, and the Ad Council.
This is University of Georgia linebacker Demetrius Douglas. You're tuned in to The Crush on Sensation Station Network.
That's what I'm talking about, Mace.
Is that what you talking about, Glaze?
That's what I'm talking about, Crush.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, Glaze.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about, Glaze.
Oh, we're back. Going to That's What I'm Talking About real quick. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, that young fella right there, people.
Hey, man.
Be on the lookout.
Wow.
Sheldon Evans.
That's why we do it.
Because that right there,
yeah,
that's big time, man.
And again, man, she said academics 11 times.
You got to.
That's what matters.
Because I'm telling you, it's hard going there with a 1.9.
Boy, no pass, no play. For real, for real.
That dang clearinghouse now, boy, you need a 2.3.
Yeah, ain't no joke.
And it's going up. Now, they changed this. You know, when they start doing that, how they sound, to lower your GPA,
the higher your SAT score got to be. Dog, if I'm dumb, I'm dumb.
Right, I'm gonna be dumb across the board.
Ain't gonna miraculously score 1,600 on the SAT.
Right.
You gonna be smart for 3 hours on a Saturday if I've been around for 4 years.
Bruh.
Right.
So, man, that's what we're talking about. Hey, man, you want to start it, Mace?
Yeah, I start, man.
Go ahead, bro.
Hey, man, Dallas Cowboys cornerback Brandon Carr.
Oh, my gosh. Really?
He's donated $100K to create a car cares fund in order to help Flint, Michigan.
That's not.
That's what he's doing.
These are my keys. See, Falcons. They're trying to get my keys away, y'all.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. But yeah, he's donating $100,000 to the cause.
Oh, wow.
And you know, I didn't even know he was from Flint. So, you know, he's jumping in now. So that's what I'm talking about, Brandon Carr.
Had to find a Cowboy story.
Well, I mean, you know, I got to shout the Cowboys out, man. Future Super Bowl 51 champions.
Oh my gosh, really?
Big shout out to Tim Tebow, man. He sponsors a worldwide prom meant for people with special needs. The Tim Tebow Foundation sponsors a worldwide prom event for more than 32,000 people with special needs on a Friday night, hosted simultaneously in more than 200 churches in 48 states and 8 countries as part of the organization. And the name of the program was A Night to Shine. Big shout out to Tim Tebow.
Oh, yeah.
We laugh at you a lot, bro, but you got a good heart.
No,
service 32,000 people, man.
That's big time, man.
At the same time.
That's big time,
Go
man.
on to the CFL, man.
Man.
We done tell them. How many times we got to tell you, T? Ain't no more playing out here for you, man.
Be a humanitarian.
Yeah.
What you got, Mace?
Man, Pittsburgh Panthers running back James Conner returned back to practice the other day.
Oh,
he was diagnosed with lymphoma, the same thing that our boy E. Berry had.
Right.
Yeah.
He's back in practice.
Oh, that's what's
awesome.
up,
Man, practicing with his team, going through off-season conditioning, man. He trying to get back, man.
I'm glad to hear that, man.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Oh, that's okay. You know, we reported that story last fall.
Yeah.
About him being out like that.
Yeah.
Just in the fall. So that's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
man.
amazing.
So,
What a blessing.
I love to hear them stories, man.
Yep.
You know me, man. I love that. Hey, a different story, man, that I'm going to bring up. Dave Robinson's son, Corey Robinson.
Yes, sir.
He just been elected as the Notre Dame student body president. So he's playing ball and he's the student body president.
At Notre Dame.
Yeah.
At Notre Dame, man, because he ran for it and think he had a chance.
Yeah, right.
But look at him.
That's
Shout out
awesome.
to you, Corey. Corey, the Admiral don't play. Got his son. His son is 6'6", Lord.
I mean, again, when you have those kind of extra opportunities, I mean, the financial situation straight. I ain't got to be, I'm coming out because my sister, my mom and them living crazy while I'm staying in plush dorm room.
Right.
You know, man, you can do stuff like that, man.
Fun,
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what we're talking
That's
about.
what I'm talking about. What you got, Mace?
Man, former Auburn quarterback Damian Craig just got another coaching position. He's going to LSU.
Yep.
Did you guys know that Damian Craig is ranked, he's the 8th best recruiter in the country?
Really?
Dang, wow, really?
So we was probably see Damian Craig as an offensive coordinator real soon, and probably as a head coach.
Wow. Big shout out to him, man.
That's what I'm talking about, Damian Craig.
Hey, man, this guy always, we always fight about him on the court, but off the court, the man still does well. LeBron James surprised school kids in Toronto by giving them new team uniforms on Thursday while he was there for the All-Star break. A giveaway sponsored by his foundation as a way of thanking this year's host city for the All-Star game. Along with them, James also brought student ambassadors from Ohio to assist in the giveaway and to volunteer for a day at Variety Village, an organization in Toronto providing programs to help disabled youngsters.
That's awesome.
That's what I'm talking about right there, man. That's the story we like to put out there. What you
Yeah.
got, man?
I'm gonna let you gloat on LeBron some more. That kind of hurt my feelings.
Hey, we got a phone call real quick. What we got, man?
Hey, caller, what you crushing on, caller?
Hey, that sound like Atwell, man.
Atwell, what's up, brother?
Nothing much, chilling.
What's up, man?
Hey, behind closed doors, I got a Yukon hookup, whatever like that. Rudy Gay might be headed to Atlanta.
Hey! Hey, Atwell.
Really?
Atwell.
Really?
What you think about? Ooh.
I really don't like that, Atwell.
Me neither.
Well, I you know what? For what it's worth, that front court with Rudy Gay, Millsap, and Horford, that's just enough scoring parts. They get a legit shooting guard, and
who they giving up? Who they giving
at
up
least
for?
feared, or nobody fears Atlanta with no scoring parts.
But who we have to
By
give
the
up?
way,
Who we giving up for?
Pardon me?
Who we giving up for him?
Teague.
I think it's a bunch. For one, I think it's cash and either a cash or first. I don't know. That's what I heard. I got a good, like I said, I got a reliable UConn hookup.
Okay. So probably gonna get rid of Hardaway Jr. down on the end of the bench too. I mean, we ain't doing nothing with him. So appreciate that insight, Atwell.
Not a problem. With that being said, I'm on your Facebook page, and it cuts out after 40-minute increments.
Yeah. I saw that. I was so busy going ham, I missed the red light. So I got you covered, Atwell.
All right. And by the way, in terms of the gentleman and his mother that was recruiting, God bless him and her, just due to the fact that she didn't come off as a vicarious parent. She really had her son. She seemed like she had her son's better interest at heart. God bless her.
She went to Mays.
Very good.
That don't have
Thank you, Atwell. Thank you as always, man. We'll talk to you.
All right, then.
Everybody take a quick break, man. We'll come right back.
Y'all know
Coming to Tampa Bay, I said we want to win a Super Bowl, and I believe we will.
From IamSecond.com.
We came close, but never really did win that championship.
Former NFL head coach Tony Dungy.
At the end of my 6th year, I was fired, and it was one of the biggest disappointments of my life. Next year, I'm in Indianapolis, get to the playoffs, but get knocked out again. And for the next couple of years, it's the same thing. Everyone is saying Colts are never going to win one. And I did wonder, why didn't it pan out the way I thought it would? But I determined that I had to have Christ first, and that everything else came below that, including my own desires. The next year, that ended up being our year to go to the Super Bowl and win it, and it was a wonderful feeling. Every decision I make, I'm going to make it through the lens of Jesus Christ, and He'd guide us to that ultimate victory. I'm Tony Dungy, and I am second.
It takes 12 years to create a graduate. It takes about the same time to create a dropout. And at the end of the day, the difference between a child becoming one or the other could be you. So United Way is asking you to make a pledge. Tutor a child who needs help. Mentor a kid who needs someone on their side. Volunteer to read to children. Because when a child advances, we all advance. Be a reader, tutor or mentor. Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United. Take the pledge now at liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Listen, as a hiring manager, I've got to tell you, the best job candidate isn't always the typical candidate. Sometimes they're a grad of life.
Meet the grads of life. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Sometimes the best candidates aren't the ones you're used to.
Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
This is Keon Carpenter, former Atlanta Falcon. You are tuned in to The Crush on Sensation Station Network.
All right, so we're going into that basketball talk right now. But before we do that, I'm going to give a little love to one of Maciel's guys. I thought this week, and I was going to do it, and that's what I'm talking about. The way that, ever since, and I want to ask you guys, ever since Adam Silver has taken over for David Stern, it looks a lot classier now, because the thing they did for Kobe just then, and what they did for the Isaiah kid when he was, when he couldn't get drafted no more from, it just feels like the NBA is recognizing players now. When David was there, it was a little bit tougher. David toward the end, but what they did for Kobe this year, that's the way to send them out, man. That was a good stuff.
Well, I think it was always set up to be that way. The league has changed because the stars, it's a difference in stars now. It's not no true it's a conglomerate of guys who carry the league now. It's not just you had Magic, Bird, the Jordan years, with Bad Boys. I mean, those eras are over now. Yeah. So I mean, it's like they're selling the game.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is good.
If you say it's good,
You don't like this league?
No, I think it is. I think it is because I think that more teams have the opportunity to be there, and it increases the fan base. I mean, I like it. I do. I like it.
I think from it, I just some old school heads be like, yeah, they too friendly these days. They like to see cats hit the ground and all that.
Oh yeah, that too. I mean, some of that stuff is just. I mean, it was too much handshake and kissy going on in their games. It was making me sick Sunday. I'm like, what? I mean, nobody. We know they're not gonna play defense. Just, it's an exhibition or all this other stuff. But it was annoying for a minute there. I was like, okay,
190 points.
I'm going to go run or something.
196. Yeah, that's a lot of points.
Hey man, real quick, talking about the last one. That's when Detroit, man, they retired Chauncey Billups' jersey this weekend, man.
Mr. Big Shot.
Big Shot was due for them, man. During
Big
that run.
Shot.
He was.
During that run.
He had finally found the home because he became a
journeyman. Yeah, he was that journeyman for a while.
Yeah, and people really were like, because I mean, he played college ball at Colorado. So I mean, you really like, man.
What I do like about that, I do like to say when you see players like Chauncey back in the day, when they do grow up.
Yeah.
Because he grew up finally when he got to Detroit.
But a lot of it is you have to find that home. You have to find just like where you fit.
Right, that home and that confidence that, this is, I know what my role is and what I'm supposed to be doing here. So.
That's a big thing, man, because, like you said, he was going to Denver. He like everywhere he could find a spot, they was putting him over there and all that.
Miles and miles. No, I ain't going to buy no house yet.
Yeah, well, I'll be straight.
They're going to trade me next week.
Do we have a team facility or something? I'm just staying in a hotel.
I stay back in the back.
Like J.R. Ryder did. Like, I'm just staying at the Omni.
Just find me another
I ain't going to be
place.
here long.
The residence in.
All right, man, going into this season, man, going to the second season. We got a lot of things. Trade talks are cooking.
Yep.
Everybody's getting traded, looks like. Had our first trade today.
Yep.
We had a couple of them, actually. We had a trade with, let me pull it up real quick. Make sure you had wrote it down. You had
Denver and Orlando.
Yeah.
I mean, Detroit and Orlando.
Mm-hmm. Well, right now,
Tobias Harris is going to Detroit.
Right.
Yeah.
And they got back Ilyasova.
Yeah.
Well, I said that
And
right.
Jennings.
I'm happy. And Jennings.
Right.
What does that do?
Nothing.
Well, what it does is that break up that whole 3-team that was trying to happen between Houston, Orlando, and Atlanta. To try to get Dwight Howard here, move. It was trying to move a whole bunch of stuff. The only team it was going to help, and Miami was involved too. Yeah. The only team that was going to help Miami. That's the only team that was going to be helped in this whole situation.
Does he, at this point in his career, when we talking about Dwight, still can't find a home?
He on the other side.
Is he helping anybody? Does he? Any of the team they talking about, Hawks, Heat? I think they were talking about. Heck, they were talking about Memphis sometime too. Does he help anybody at this point in his career?
The way the game played now, I mean, really, bigs are obsolete, especially with his skill set. Because most of the bigs in the league, everybody play. Don't nobody play with their back to the basket.
Right.
And he never really. He
never
worked on his game.
Post-up game whatsoever. Yeah. And I understand that's not where the league is. That's not the way basketball is played. As much as some of us cannot stand it, and I hate to see somebody that big and you can't post nobody up. What?
And that's the thing with Dwight.
It's a waste of size.
I know what you're saying, makes the game has changed, but he never perfected it. He has no shot.
That's what I'm saying.
Never, a bunch of putbacks.
No shot and never tried to get a shot.
And what's crazy is you live in the same town with Akeem.
Right.
And everybody know Akeem worked with people. LeBron went and worked with Akeem. Mm-hmm. And obviously, man, I'm going to grab Akeem. Dude, teach me everything you know.
And now that I've never understood that about Dwight. Every year he comes in, and we got people who train Dwight, but it never looked like his game when he would come back there.
His game looked the same.
He just adds this to his. You don't add nothing to your repertoire.
No, and you can tell. That's not what he wants to do. That's not what he's about. He's that one-dimensional, I'm going to get you some rebounds, or I'm going to dunk some balls, and I'm going to foul out. That's what I'm going to do.
As much as I love Dominique Wilkins, the one thing I was always critical about Dominique, his game never got better.
All the time.
His jump shot was, if it was on, it was on.
Right.
But you knew you were going to get that on the block, that spin move,
right.
That hard dribble, spin to the baseline. Or he going to come in the lane, put the ball behind his back, and lay it up.
And what happens when they don't do that, when they get older, that stuff don't work no more.
And that's why it has not. You're right. You're right. And that's why it hasn't worked for him. Yeah. Even all the people go, oh, we need to do something in Atlanta. I'm like, but him? Y'all want him?
That's them folk you listen to in that group. I don't even go in that group.
I think she loved that group. I think she loved to be in that group. You be like the fight. I know you.
Don't I, Victor? I have to teach y'all, right?
She loved that group.
Oh, my God, that group is horrible.
I just can't see it. Even if he come in, Coach Bud's offense ain't meant for him.
No.
No, of course not.
That's what I'm saying.
Of course not. That is a totally Buzz offense is totally perimeter.
Yeah.
Totally perimeter.
I see Dwight come up here, we'd be like,
It'll look like the ISO Joe days.
yeah.
Right.
It'll go back to the ball. When they go to him, the ball
Just
just
stop.
And we just
Yeah.
no movement.
Right, no movement whatsoever.
Don't try to do the dream shake when you can't shake it. It's not a good
I mean, it's bad, man.
And he don't need to come here anyway. You know how many strip clubs we got here.
I
Do
don't
y'all know that Michael Turner, when he came to Atlanta, he had 0 baby mamas and 0 kids? He got like 5,000 now. Did y'all know that?
That's the A.
That's the A.
Did y'all know that?
They say it's like groupie capital.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Colin Kaepernick was chasing groupies through the airport around here.
Yeah. We're going to take a break. That's enough.
Yeah.
We'll be right
That's
back.
no lie.
Marie Callender's knows that you may not have time to roll out dough for a perfectly flaky crust that's made from scratch. Or enough time to mix vegetables with all white meat chicken and a homemade gravy. She knows you may not have a moment to crimp the edges of your favorite chicken pot pie. But Marie Callender's does. And when she's done, all you need to do is find time to grab someone special. Sit down and savor. Marie Callender's. It's time to say
Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of our United States. Most people know him as a man of great wisdom and vision. What many don't realize, however, is that when it came to finding late-model sedans at government auctions, or even looking up a zip code, Mr. Lincoln's wisdom was sadly lacking. In fact, the citizens of that day knew it best not to even ask. Fortunately, now there's firstgov.gov, the official place to turn when you need information about federal, state, and local government. Whether it's how to get a student loan, renew your passport, or even apply for a small business loan. All three of which, as numerous historians have noted, were remarkably absent from Lincoln's Gettysburg Address. So go to firstgov.gov. Who knows? If Abe had it in his day, he could have checked out an auction and traded that drafty log cabin for a nice condo on Maui. Firstgov.gov, a monumental source of useful information.
Vince Lombardi once said that it's hard to be aggressive when you're confused. Some of us think that taking our lives to the next level, both personally and professionally, is a confusing and complicated process. Guess what? It's not, and I can prove it. My book, Truisms, will show you how living your life by rules that are so self-evident and obvious, you'll say, I knew that. This powerful yet short, detailed bestseller is on sale right now, under $10. Go to michaelmcfadden.com. That's michaelmcfadden.com, and let Truisms help you to the next level. Yo, it's your boy Michael McFadden. If you hear my voice right now, that means you're tuned in to The Crush on Sensation Station Network. Shout out to them Cowboys. Not for real. Maceo Glaze, what up?
And we're back. I'm sorry. I catch that beat real quick.
Everybody want to
sometimes you listen like
Major pause.
All right.
They ain't doing a darn thing but running their mouth.
Yeah. Hey, man. Y'all mind, we didn't get a chance to do the rundown. There's some stories I want to talk about real quick.
Go ahead, man. Dude.
Roger Goodell in 2014 made $34.1 million.
Y'all don't hear me, though.
Y'all, that's crazy.
Keep trying to tell y'all, man, that Goodell Soprano, man.
$4.1 million.
No, he worked for the owners.
He made his base is 3.5.
Yes.
He made 26.5, and what bonuses are those?
Bruh.
Them games in London, all the other stuff they do, and
If every
everything
owner,
else, and all
every
the other
owner
stuff.
just give him $1 million.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
It's 32 teams. Everybody give him $1 million.
I mean,
No, but that came down. Now he made like 38 last year.
And what?
Y'all, man, let me tell y'all something, man. Listen.
NFL, and you know, any money coming into the league office, it's non-profit.
Dog, that's what I'm trying. Man, listen, Goodell Soprano.
They are 501(c)(3). If the money comes into the league, now if they play ticket sales and all that gets taxed, but that's the team getting taxed.
Yes,
league don't get
listen
taxed.
What I'm saying.
No.
Again, keep understanding this. 32 NFL owners.
Yeah.
This is their hobby. This is not their main job. This is not what made them rich.
Right.
Yeah.
Understand that, dog. Everybody sit there. Goodell be like, all right, I need that million from everybody, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all want that passed? Y'all know what to do.
Yeah.
Because, even though everybody think Jerry only does, Jerry look like his Cowboys the only thing he do. Now, Jerry got that other money. The long money, as they call it. I just read that, and you posted it and all. I was like, dang, Roger. Mason, what you got for your rundown?
Man, the Hall of Fame game is set. Green Bay Packers versus the Indianapolis Colts.
Okay.
So Tony Dungy, Marvin Harrison, and Brett Favre get to watch their teams play.
That's good.
And they always kind of try to
good.
put, like, guys who being enshrined, let their teams
And that was
play.
actually a smart thing.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Yeah,
smart.
so, I mean, they kind of do it all the time. So
Have they decided on who's doing the first game of the season yet?
Nah, because they really don't want Denver to play.
They don't want Denver.
They really don't want Denver.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's tradition. The Super
'cause I'm
Bowl
trying to figure
champion
out, wait a
plays on
minute,
Thursday night.
How are you going to sit up there and say you don't want Denver to play? Why not?
Because Peyton won't
Coach
be there.
Payton won't be
Man, whatever. Man, go on, Jughead.
No.
See you later, Jughead. He
I
wasn't
mean-
going to be there anyway, Jughead. Bye.
Who wants to see Brock Osweiler on opening
Well,
night?
you got Von Miller and all them.
I do. I want to see Brock because Brock
It's
can
a
run the rock
quarterback's league.
too.
It's a quarterback's league.
He can run the rock too.
I always
So,
remember that.
Man, they crazy. That was still, to me, that would still be a great game to watch. I'm so excited because, Friday, the report, pitchers and catchers.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
I'm
y'all
so
know what
ready.
that means.
I'm so ready.
In a couple of weeks, we got to bring Maceo talk
so
baseball
ready.
back. Boy,
You
yeah.
ready, man? Oh, I'm always ready to talk baseball. Man, it's going to be a little
Yeah,
depressing,
baseball.
especially when we talk Atlanta.
No, but, it can be. But listen, we went from the dumps in the minor leagues. We number one now.
Yeah, but
We got that
we got a
farm
lot of
system.
young
We got that
teams.
farm system, man.
But who is watching minor league baseball?
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about we could cultivate some talent here, get some people up here.
I think
that
Sherri
can do
Evans
something.
trying to go back to what they went through in the 90s.
Well,
when
because
had that
they
farm
know they
system.
saw what worked.
It's going to take a long time for us.
Y'all got to be patient.
You got to be patient.
Atlanta, you're going to have to be patient.
Man, you get
gotta be patient.
they can pick people to end up at the bottom every year, and somebody always surprised them. We could be the surprise.
Hey, man, I hate to say this story that's coming out, man, about Chris Bosh, man. It looks like he's got some more blood clots again.
Terrible, man.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible. Might
Guy
be the
just-
end of his career, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he just came back.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
last year was
Yeah.
after the All-Star
It
break,
was.
wasn't
It was.
And now he goes into it again, and he comes back out of this one with
Yeah.
the same stuff, man. And Chris is a good guy, dude, and it might have to, if you get too many,
Yeah,
You gotta start taking
because
care
You got to start thinking about your health.
You have to stay on that Coumadin, and if you're on that Coumadin, you can't risk any injuries because you can bleed out.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Not a good
If stories come out, this could be the last time we see Bosh, man. And
Terrible.
It's a terrible story, man.
that's really too bad.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Because he went back because he went in and, he said it. He thought he just said it was a calf injury.
Yeah,
right?
he was just because that's why he didn't participate in the All-Star game. He was saying he had a calf injury, and they went in and
He knew something.
He done-
But yeah, I mean,
he
he
done made
had
plenty of
it. He
money.
had it
Yeah.
before.
You know your body.
Yeah,
He done
yeah.
made plenty of money. He's
Oh,
straight.
he good. He good.
I think as well as they were playing this year,
Yeah, it's
I think that was one of the things that they were.
But any athlete hate this for your career to not to be
Oh, yeah,
the way
no
you
doubt.
want to go out.
Yeah, you want to go out on your own time.
He be straight money wise. He good.
yeah.
He
Yeah.
good. He made
Yeah.
the change. But
Yeah.
I guess D. Wizzle gonna be like, hey man, I'm checking out.
Right,
D.
right,
Wizzle,
right,
let me
right.
Give me back down to 10 minutes a game.
Because as much as Hassan have great stat, Hassan will check out a couple of games.
That would be officially what's Justice Winslow's
Justice
team
Winslow
now.
Yep.
team.
That is your team.
Young
now,
fella
buddy.
can take over from here.
Do your thing.
So y'all know that talks are broken off with your cousin in the Redskins right now.
You like that? Yeah.
Yeah, so
Kirk was like, I want more money.
Well, the thing is, and he can't do anything about this. The franchise tag will be slapped on him.
Oh, it's coming.
Yeah.
but wait. If you slap that on him, then that guarantees him $19 million.
Yeah, but the thing
Who
about
gonna do that?
I'm only gonna pay him for 1 year at the $19 million because I understand
So
what they're
you
doing.
gonna pay Kirk Cousins $19 million for 1 year.
As opposed to giving him $22 million for the next few years.
there-
He's not a $100 million quarterback.
No, he's not. He's not, and they're going to end up overpaying for him.
Well, they overpay all quarterbacks for the most part.
Of course, this is a
Yeah.
quarterback league. We've already talked about that. But I think the difference is, I think that the money looks better for them to work out a long term contract as opposed to paying him that $19 million for 1 year.
We'll see, because the cousin get paid, man.
Because the thing, I think they're taking the Joe Flacco approach.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, dude. Prove to me you worth that money. Then, like I say, if I pay you the $19 million for one, because all they're gonna do is I'm gonna slap the tag on you, but you got to defer. I'm gonna give you 10 up front, but you got to defer that 9 for the playoffs.
Okay.
And if it don't work out, bruh, I just cut you.
Right.
We just move on. And I just had to go into the draft and give another question. And that's probably why they hadn't cut RG3 yet.
They holding on to that too.
But they hold on because they got a heck of a card to play.
Yeah.
They got a heck of a card to play.
That's true. Maceo can't get his quarterback.
Hey, we about to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to take a call and continue talking, man. It's the Crush. Stay with us.
Today in school, I learned a lot. In chemistry, I learned that no one likes me. In biology, I learned that I'm fat and stupid. In English, I learned that I'm disgusting. And in gym, I learned that I'm pathetic and a joke. The only thing I didn't learn in school today is why no one ever helps.
Kids witness bullying every day. They want to help, but they don't know how. Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov. A message from the Ad Council.
You do your thing, all right? Don't be nervous, okay? It's easy.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
I say that to say this. If you wouldn't have did what you would have did, then we wouldn't have been where we was at to get what we got.
That just don't make no sense, dog.
It's The Crush on ssnatl.com.
Coming to Tampa Bay, I said we want to win a Super Bowl, and I believe we will.
From IamSecond.com.
We came close, but never really did win that championship.
Former NFL head coach Tony Dungy.
At the end of my 6th year, I was fired, and it was one of the biggest disappointments of my life. Next year, I'm in Indianapolis, get to the playoffs, but get knocked out again. And for the next couple of years, it's the same thing. Everyone is saying Colts are never going to win one. And I did wonder, why didn't it pan out the way I thought it would? But I determined that I had to have Christ first, and that everything else came below that, including my own desires. The next year, that ended up being our year to go to the Super Bowl and win it. And it was a wonderful feeling. Every decision I make, I'm going to make it through the lens of Jesus Christ. And He guides us to that ultimate victory. I'm Tony Dungy, and I am second.
Yeah, what's going on? It's Mr. Butterlove himself, and you're locked into the Sensation Station. You know what it is. SSN, like Social Security Network, but it's a Sensation Station Network. SSNATL.com. Log in, do something, keep it locked. Fly with the Crush guy.
Boy, they're going to be in Atlanta soon, too. They done added another show to that concert, boy.
Who that?
8-Ball, MJG, all them, that classic show at Fox. They had to add a second show. That thing sold out so quick.
Who all going to be there?
Juvenile, Mystical, 8-Ball, MJG.
Yeah, go.
Your boy Pastor going to be there. Pastor Troy.
Them tickets better be for the light low.
They 35.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good deal.
When you get all that concert, I was like,
boy, what?
They started 35.
Boy, we might have to get some credentials to that, boy.
You are so funny.
Prime, get on the phone, Prime. I go to the principal's office for that.
I don't know. I got a book. I was listening to him today. I'm like, 35 to start off. Hey, make sure we got a caller, man.
Hey, caller, what's your question on?
Nothing much. Just well again for a quick question.
Yes, sir.
I mean, by the way, I need you going a boat right now line. I'm hoping I have you. Getting back to the Kirk Cousins thing, do the math. She says she has a hard time paying Kirk Cousins $20 million for 1 year. The average guarantee from Jay Cutler's deal to Cam Newton, that's barely half. I'm at peace with 1 year at that price.
Yeah. That's what's going to happen. They're not going to commit long-term money to Kirk Cousins. They're not going to do it. So franchise him for a year and see what he does.
Well, yeah, exactly. Let him do it again, for one. Second of all, Washington going to have some issues because you got Garcon, you cut him. That's $8 million in cap space created. You're about to let Alfred Morris walk for whatever reason. That's who they really need to be tagging, to be honest.
I know, that's crazy.
And Deshaun Jackson on a 1 year deal.
Wow. Yeah.
So therefore, Washington got issues right now. $20 million, and the cap is projected to rise to $154 million.
Yeah, it's going up. Yeah.
And I'll get back to your baseball notion. Zimmerman right now, allegedly has a $400 million market value because basically they're trying to capitalize off of what Mike Trout did and what old boy in Florida got. And
because he got 325 in Florida.
He sure did.
Yeah, but the thing about it is the way that it's set up down there with a boy in Florida, the first 6 years are structured, believe it or not, fairly at 135, which really ain't too bad.
Right.
The $200 million is on the back end if he opts out of it by the age of 30.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, whatever like that. He has a right to opt out. Zimmerman don't want to opt out, so that's why they're pushing $400 million, $13 million. They're trying to do what Mike Trout didn't want to do.
There it is. Atwell, we appreciate the love,
Thanks so
my
much.
dude.
Thanks
hey,
so
man.
much.
We love it.
Hey, man. So, you were talking about that before we left, man, about that $400 million, man.
Yeah.
About to be.
I mean, it's the going rate for a guy. This is a true 5'2" baseball player.
Yeah.
You know,
because Trout, he did resign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Anaheim locked him up.
Yeah.
So I mean, dog, why would you want Bryce Harper in another uniform?
And you do other thing with Bryce because you want him to keep the fans coming, the jersey sales, all that.
Dude,
it's
Bryce,
just not just playing anymore. It's a whole marketing prospect with this.
Bryce is the best young prospect that's out there.
Wow. Hey, man, we got to take another break.
He grow up.
We got to take another break, man. We got some more stories we got to go through, man. Like we said, I want to ask a question about our hometown Hawks and if they going to make any moves.
I doubt it.
It don't look like it to me.
I doubt it.
Even though we got inside saying Rudy Gay. We got to talk about that when we get back, folks. So stay with us. It's The Crush.
Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of our United States. Most people know him as a man of great wisdom and vision. What many don't realize, however, is that when it came to finding late-model sedans at government auctions, or even looking up a zip code, Mr. Lincoln's wisdom was sadly lacking. In fact, the citizens of that day knew it best not to even ask. Fortunately, now there's firstgov.gov, the official place to turn when you need information about federal, state, and local government. Whether it's how to get a student loan, renew your passport, or even apply for a small business loan. All three of which, as numerous historians have noted, were remarkably absent from Lincoln's Gettysburg Address. So go to firstgov.gov. Who knows? If Abe had it in his day, he could have checked out an auction and traded that drafty log cabin for a nice condo on Maui. Firstgov.gov, a monumental source of useful information.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Well, I finally did it. I opened a 401k.
What? Why? Just wait for the inheritance. We've definitely got a rich uncle somewhere. We're one call away from the winner's circle at the Derby, dinners with multiple forks, a vacation home in the country, using summer as a verb.
You don't actually think that, do you?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs, the Georgia Society of CPAs, and the Ad Council.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Killer Mike, Killer Kill from the Ville. You're checking me out right now on the Sensation Station Network. Make sure you tune in, suckers.
Hey, we back. Check the rhyme, y'all.
Back on the days in the Boulevard of Linden.
My bad. I see you.
It was me, the Pfeiffer, me, the abstract. Hey, man. No, I do this, man. I embody all the elements of hip-hop. I can DJ. I can break dance. You know what I'm saying? I still got a Puma suit with my name on it somewhere. I might can't get in it, but you know what I'm saying?
It is a funky introduction.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm just listening. Hey, man, we're back, man. You see, you can't put no tribe up in here.
I know, right? I'm about to do this whole song. I'm about to do this whole song.
You had to pause.
But we need to get some KRS-One in here.
Oh, my gosh. What are you talking about? Oh,
BDP.
gonna get paid.
You couldn't tell me I wasn't Scott LaRock back in the day.
I told you a story about when I met Chuck D that
time. Did I tell you I tried to dunk on Chuck D around the shoot?
Tried
to bam
my story, right?
Yeah.
When he called me Fred?
Yeah.
Hey, we back, man. We still here talking these sports, y'all. Hey, another kid who just seen a can't quit not get hurt. Michael Kidd Gilchrist, man. out for the season.
Dang.
Dude. Tore a labrum again.
Dude. It just, sometimes it ain't in the cards for you,
He
dog.
came back from the preseason after he tore his labrum.
Yeah.
Came back earlier than expected. Tears the labrum again.
Yeah.
When he played the Pacers last week.
Sometimes it's just not in the cards for you, dog.
So y'all know who else is getting shoulder surgery, right?
Who that?
We don't say
Luke Kuechly.
Oh, I thought you were about to say
Yeah,
Al Horford.
he's got to have shoulder surgery as well.
It's the time to get it.
Yep.
Because Al, boy, he was getting surgery so many in his shoulder, boy. I was
Yeah.
like, just replace him, man.
Yeah.
Do some shoulder
I
presses,
know.
man.
Get that plastic bag like they putting in Romo's shoulder.
Get that band. Romo getting titanium in his shoulder.
Man, Romo getting
Nothing but the best for the best.
cotton.
Best
Hey,
for
guys,
the best.
funny story in the petty category. Did you hear what Jalen Rose said?
Oh, man. Come on, Jalen.
Did y'all hear what Jalen Rose
Come
said?
on, Jalen.
man?
You ain't got to do that, man. I thought he was hanging out with Nicky Pep the other day, man.
This was the pettiest all time. He
Oh,
said,
my
man,
God.
that he had to come to New York to be with his girlfriend. Because if you don't spend time with your Valentine,
Derek Fisher will.
Oh, my.
He said that on Mike and Mike this morning.
Oh, my.
Yeah. And they
Jalen is
and you
Jalen,
never,
A straight fool.
and you
Jalen
never
Brown.
catch Mike Greenberg off. He didn't know what to say. He was like, "Oh my, I don't know what do you do with that."
Hey, man. There's a reason Chris Webber don't fool with that.
Right.
So, just do with that what you want.
But see, Derek Fisher, man, I didn't know he was messing with Tim. They were telling me he messing with old
Yeah,
boy.
man. So clearly, man, clearly the pretty boy syndrome is real.
He wasn't ready to be a coach.
Nah, when you creeping with your players, girl.
Tim Hardaway Jr. said, I got to ask my girlfriend, did you really?
I mean, and the thing,
Coach
come on, Coach Fish.
Dang.
Like you in New York City.
Dang.
All them chicks running around Times Square. You got to mess with
He
Tim
like
Hardaway
Colin Kaepernick. I'm
Come
take
on,
your
man.
girl.
You can't even.
He made Alden Smith lose his mind.
You the only one that don't. I ain't introduce you to my coach.
Record
I'm
calls.
good.
Yeah, man. You can't.
You want to talk to coach?
You can't meet Coach.
Fighting
can't
people
meet
on the
Coach.
street.
He might look at your number in my file, emergency contact. Let me
But
call her.
he did go real petty. He just put out that picture where he was going on vacation with your girl. With what's her name? Him and Matt Barnes fighting over.
Oh, Matt Barnes is ex-wife.
Yeah.
I produce it better, yeah, because she playing You Want to Be Starting something right behind her
I
while we
know.
saying that. Hey, stay with us, it's the Crush. We're going.
Thanks for asking, but I'd rather not send you nude pictures. I'm camera shy. I already said no. Under my clothes, I'm a robot. My webcam is broken. I'm worried they'll get passed around school. I have a rash. I have nudophobia. I have lizard skin. I'm a vampire, so I don't show up in pictures anyways. Your badgering has really killed the mood.
When someone is pressuring you to do something you don't want to, how many ways can you say no before they get the message? Let us know at that'snotcool.com. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Hey parents, finding it hard to communicate with kids in today's world of ever-changing slang? Hi son.
Excuse me?
Introducing the Communicizer. Just strap non-toxic Communicizer to your mouth and go from boring old man speak, I'm here if you want to talk, to 100% off the chain.
Text me whenever, yo.
It's that easy.
Thanks to Communicizer, I'm relevant to my kids again. I'll fly, boo.
And now when you buy Communicizer, you get the auto-tune attachment free. Sounds so hip-hop, your kids will want to talk to you for hours.
I used to have to walk 3 miles uphill to school every morning, short day.
I love you, Dad.
I love you too, son.
Communicizer is not available in stores because it doesn't exist. But that's okay. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Because kids in foster care don't need perfection. They need you. For more information on how you can adopt, go to adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Adopt Us Kids and the Ad Council.
Listen, as a hiring manager, I've got to tell you, the best job candidate isn't always the typical candidate. Sometimes they're a grad of life.
Meet the grads of life. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Sometimes the best candidates aren't the ones you're used to.
Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
This is Robert Hicks, ex-NFL football player and actor with The Blind Side, and you're with The Crush at ssnatl.com, Sensation Station Network.
And we're back. Going into the Crush recap brought to you by Herbal Results.
Herbal Results, baby.
Herbal Results. Results speak louder than words. You can find out more about Herbal Results at www.herbalresults with an S.biz. Or call them or place an order at 612-567-3263. That's 612-567-3263. We're going to run through some stories that we didn't get a chance to get to. Ronda Rousey said she was considering suicide after she took that butt whooping.
Come on, Ronda.
To Holly Holm.
Come on, Ronda.
Yeah, she said now she want to work with Kobe, and try to get herself
Kobe
together.
said he wants to work with her.
Oh, yeah, try to get herself together.
Yeah. It was a bad butt whooping, but you got to just let it go. Everybody lose. You thought you was invincible. You was in every magazine, every book, you all Puff Daddy in all the videos.
I mean, really?
And,
Come on, get over it. Everybody loses.
Now you learn that you can take it, that you can fall hard.
Right. What's that about? I mean, even though she got
she got knocked out
beat down.
Yeah. Just don't do like Roy Jones and try to fight fans for $100,000.
No.
Don't do that. What you got, Mace?
Man, Serena Williams, she withdraws from the Qatar Open due to the flu.
She didn't want to beat him.
She didn't want to beat him. Yeah, she didn't want to beat him.
It's hot too.
Yeah. I don't blame her. You know, when you lose a major, the way she lost the major, because she basically gave it away.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of hard to get up for one of these smaller events.
Yeah.
She thought that I don't want to play flu.
Yeah.
That's what she got.
Yeah. So, I mean, I turned down that little money that y'all talking about.
I get y'all hopes. I let people come and buy tickets, and then I just pull out of it.
So.
That's a long flight, too.
Yeah.
That's a long flight.
Quick.
Yeah.
Quarterback, they're doing McCaffrey's, man. Dylan McCaffrey.
Going to the University of Michigan.
Brother of Christian McCaffrey said he's going to choose Michigan.
Say it with me. Genetics.
Yeah. Because they already got the older brother who's at Duke, or was at Duke. We know about Christian. He's coming back next year. Mama was an athlete. And everybody know Ed.
Say it with me, everybody. Genetics.
Awesome.
Genetics.
He was the number 25 prospect in certain magazines for the 2017 class.
Genetics.
So they're going to have kids all over the country. Luckily you can pay for it. Yep. That's going to be some traveling.
Yeah, like genetics. Like, it's funny. I see Jameria checked in. What up, Jay? I'm hoping that Morgan gets Jameria speed.
We've already talked about that, boy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, hey, man, look,
I'm just, it ain't about that.
If she can get Mama Wheels, the sky the limit.
And you got athlete.
Yeah, so hey,
we're gonna go ahead and get her.
Let's get them wheels.
Let's be that agent right now.
Let's get them wheels. Genetics, y'all, genetics.
We terrible.
We terrible.
Whatever.
What you got, Mace?
Hey, man, Larry Brown, he just went on a tirade on the NCAA about what's going on at SMU. Now, we know Larry Brown, if he's your college coach, you're going to get on probation.
Right.
You know that.
Right.
You hire him, you might as well put 2 years for probation.
Yeah, but the thing about it, he is getting these kids to play phenomenal basketball. And it's going to be a shame that they're going to miss the NCAA tournament because they actually deserve a shot. But Larry, the kids got to go to class, Larry.
Right.
Somebody got to graduate.
It is college.
Get them 5 kids at the end of the bench. And them your graduate kids. That's how you keep your GPA up.
I think he's so old he don't know if he's in the NBA or college sometimes.
No, he used to the old rule book.
School. Yeah, the old school.
Somebody need to read it to him. Get a book on tapes or something.
Like, listen, APR means you have to have at least you got 12 kids. 4 kids need to graduate.
They need to graduate.
Got to.
Come on.
Not just go to class and be eligible. They got to graduate. Come on, somebody got to get a degree.
Speaking of old, James Harrison said he coming back for his 13th season.
Yeah. Remember he had retired a couple years ago?
Yeah, he did.
Hey, man, it couldn't happen to a better team, man.
Retirement.
Because, the Cowboys, we go to Pittsburgh this year, so we're going to be getting the edge a lot on James Harrison. I can see it.
Man, they going to hit Tony and
they going to be hooking that dude all night. He got titanium steel in his shoulder. No cotton.
All right, so you might just want to quit getting hit in the head and quit talking so much. Manny Pacquiao said he denounced same-sex marriage, said that
he already apologized.
And too late.
Yeah.
Still shut up.
After Floyd went in on him, he tried to change his stance real quick.
Well, he said that if you are doing those type of homosexual activities, you could be worse than animals. But then he said,
wow,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Now everybody like, you don't put it in publication, bruh.
Wow.
That's the same thing as them people who tweet and then they delete it.
Yeah.
But then everybody done screenshot it already.
It's already out there.
People already know. The minute they see it, screenshot,
yeah, because he going to delete that. he gonna delete that.
Man, and I didn't tell you if they doing that type of stuff, worse than the animals. Come on, man.
Yeah. Terrible, man.
Come on, you know. And then
when we talk about athletes taking a stand platform, no, you need to get off that one. You just should have just shut up.
And you running for Senate? He running for Senate over there in the Philippines again.
OMG.
Come on, man.
Dude, gone somewhere with all that, man.
You got anything else, Mace?
Yeah, man. I had Gerard Mayo.
Oh, heard that.
Yeah, for the New England Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna retire.
He just retired at 29.
At 29 years old, man. He's calling it a career.
How many years he got in?
He got about 6, 7.
Oh, you get a pension.
He got his 5, so he good to go.
Yeah.
He got his 5, he good to go.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
you
got
know,
it.
sometimes it's all about that longevity, and you know, as far as your life is after football.
Yeah.
You got your money. You go on and mind your business.
He probably gonna get
Mind
cut
your
though.
business. That's why he preempted.
Yeah, so I mean, I go on the top too. He probably
I know Belichick. He got a limit.
Yeah.
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 He 29.
Dude, you can't get in the flats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
bro. You gone.
Our defense called for you covering that. You can't do it no more.
Tight end keep getting behind you.
Right.
You good.
You good at 6'4", 260.
Dupes.
But you can't do it. AP top 10 in NCAA. Villanova's number 1. Kansas number 2. Oklahoma. Yeah, they about to lose in a few weeks. Probably tomorrow. Iowa 4. UNC. Maryland. Virginia. Xavier. Remember when Xavier used to not be there? Now they just one of them powerhouse schools.
It's funny you say that. I'll let you finish top 10
Michigan
I got an
State
interesting point about that.
and West Virginia. It's funny you can see certain coaches go to certain schools.
Yeah.
Like Huskins going to West Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
You be like, oh, where you go to West Virginia for? Then they all not in the top 10.
Yeah, but the funny part about that in today's basketball, the reason why it's so much parity, kids like so many All-Americans. Why am I gonna go to North Carolina and Duke and sit the bench when I can go to West Virginia?
Right.
I can go to Xavier and
play for my 2 years, and I'm out.
And the thing about it, but we can put a team together.
Yeah.
And we can make a run.
Right. Right.
Because like Kentucky this year, like everybody brag. This year, if you bragging about your bracket, dude, you lying.
You lying.
This year, you lying.
They're gonna be busted and disgusted.
You lying.
I can't wait this year, boy. Last year, Maceo.
Hey man,
he was coming there every day, every week.
My bracket. Hey, my bracket was the bomb.
Then what happened?
To the
them last few weeks.
Man, doggone Kentucky.
Yeah.
And it was so funny. I put up a bracket. I put Kentucky all over the bracket. I had them last. I like no way Kentucky not winning the national championship. Bust out.
Yeah.
Clowns.
About that time. Man, it's already this middle of August.
Yeah.
It's about that time.
It's dog conference tournaments.
Yeah.
About 2 weeks away.
2 weeks. End of February they start.
Yeah.
Going in the first month.
I just love that one shining moment and seeing that team that nobody even thought to think of come out, just like Georgia State did last year.
This will really be that year. I think you won't have like a power team, like a traditional power.
I agree.
I think the Final Four is going to be like, it's going to be crazy.
It's going to be crazy. Just like you said, the number one thing in college basketball is parity. I mean, it is.
Every game going to be tight.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. You know who I'm looking for to make a run? Mercer.
I would be.
They were the darling.
Why not?
Last year, like you say, Georgia State did that. Man, they run.
Yeah.
With a coach with a half ankle.
Right.
I mean, he riding around on a scooter.
Yeah,
falling off. That was so awesome.
Yeah. His son, he's still in the league, right?
Yeah,
he in Boston.
Yeah, they were talking about a possible trade to get him to Atlanta.
Yeah.
You know, and that would,
He don't need to come here.
Yeah, I know. He'd be like Michael Turner, no baby mamas until he came to Atlanta.
I just read this real quick. Cleveland Brown coach Hugh Jackson plans to consult with Jim Brown.
Bad idea.
What he gonna run? You gonna try to get him back from the 1950s?
Bad idea. All y'all gonna be running.
Consult with him about what?
Toss sweep.
I mean, really, consult with him about what?
Toss sweep.
Y'all can't do nothing in Cleveland. Stop. I don't know what
Well,
y'all doing.
you know, the new rumor is the reason why they haven't named the GM because they do tight with Peyton Manning. They were talking about maybe Peyton Manning coming there and be the GM.
Stop.
That's the new rumor. You heard it from me. You heard it from E.
Stop.
Blake Griffin is also. They don't know what they're gonna do with Blake up there in LA.
Well, they claim they ain't gonna trade him, but it's almost time to go watch OJ. So let's wrap this thing.
Oh yeah.
All right, y'all. Thanks everybody for today, man. Hey, thanks to that young fella Sheldon
Evans, man.
Evans and his mom's mom, Sherri, right?
Sherri.
She went to Maze.
Thank y'all so much.
She
That was
grew up
fun.
she grew up on Old
She
National.
don't care. We're not talking about that. She
That was
matriculated through Benjamin Lodge Mays High
That
School.
was fun because we got more kids coming, guys, that y'all gonna have to learn about.
They only open Mays because Douglas was overcrowded.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh,
Thank
y'all
you,
had
Nikki.
no windows. Nobody want to go there.
Thank you, Sky. Thank you, Erica.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mace.
Hey, man, we're talking education next week, man. We're going to inform these parents. We got some good stuff next week for y'all, man.
That's awesome.
Next week.
Thank you, guys.
Stay
Appreciate
humble.
Thank you, Periscope.
Stay humble.
We're going to have this show on everything. Cats.me, Periscope, and we're going to get... It take only about half a day, but it'll be... Yo.
Time to go watch OJ.
Stay with us, guys. We'll see y'all in 6 days. It's The Crush. Yup.
The dream of the future, brought to reality by
Sensation Station Network.
Get the sensation.
Thank you, everybody. See you next week.
Appreciate
Peace.
you, Sabrina.